What was Milky Way Midnight's romantic original name? Forever Yours. But that wasn't the only previous name. Milky Way Midnight are a pillowy malted vanilla nougat layered with caramel and enrobed in dark chocolate. The photo negative of the candy they're a spin-off of, the Milky Way, released in Minneapolis in 1923 by Frank Mars. No relation to the planet, and also no relation to the galaxy. Milky Way itself being a knockoff of a regional treat in Minneapolis at the time called the Fat Emma, which itself was a knockoff of another regional treat called the Minneapolis Nougat, which itself was probably a knockoff of another candy that sounds like a search term I've used in incognito mode. The Milky Way was an instant hit that did over 15 million in sales in today's dollars in its first year. So a mere 3 years later, they decided to make a version with vanilla nougat on the inside and dark chocolate on the outside that in 1932 they actually started selling in the same wrapper as a regular Milky Way. So you would get both flavors in one. Like how Mars used to sell their other hit candy from 1932, Three Musketeers, which used to come with both a chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry flavor, hence the Three Musketeers. It wasn't until 1936 that this variation of the Milky Way got its own name, Forever Yours, dripping with all the romance you imagine when thinking about a grocery store candy bar. But they should have called it only Yours until 1979 because that was when it was discontinued. Until 1989, it was brought back by popular demand as Milky Way Dark and then rechristened in the year 2000 as what we know it today, Milky Way Midnight, which is still way too erotic of a name. My review? This is the Joe Cool to the Snoopy that is regular Milky Way, but if Snoopy kinda sucked. This is miles ahead of the original. The nougat is pillowy to the point you'd be forgiven to think it was a marshmallow, and the dark chocolate is way better than it has any business being. This is one of the rare better than the original spin-off candies, so my rating out of 5 cavities is 3.1.